to the rest of us doesn't seem to work. I asked one of the construction workers at the back of the auditorium a minute ago whether he was here on his own or whether he was on the clock, and he said he's here as a volunteer. And I said, well, you're going to have a nice job out of this, but how's it going to affect your cost of living later? His response was, well, he doesn't live here anyway because he can't afford Austin. For 20 years, we've been doing these kind of economic deals, and the cost of living for us has continued to go up. Let's give us some time to figure out the details. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Clay Dafoe. Signed up against. You have 3 minutes. After Clay will be Carol Hadnot.
Good afternoon. This is a scandal. This is a scandal. This is a scandal. I cannot tell you how wrong, morally, economically, socially it is to be giving Formula One a bailout on the state level, coming to the taxpayers, saying, we need your money, when at the same time, as reported recently in mainstream news, the head of F1, this famous heiress who's 22 years old, has just bought a $150 million mansion in Los Angeles area. I don't think we should be subsidizing that kind of aggrandizement of the wealthy. This is simply socialism for the rich. So for all of you conservatives out there or people that actually care about how your tax dime is being spent, we need to stand up for this and stop it immediately. Nobel Prize winning economist Friedrich Hayek has often written about the seen and the unseen. And I'm afraid what's happening here is they're parading the seen. We see people sitting in the seats with Formula One hats. They've brought a slew of their construction workers here to show as if this was some sort of spontaneous economic growth that people in Austin really want, which is not the case at all. What we're not seeing here is the thousands of jobs in development, construction, and other fields that could be provided in our economy if it were not for this Formula One, which is basically going to suck us dry to the point where we're not going to have an economy to take care of. Basically what's happening is Formula One comes to the Austin City Council, these members here, and, just like a slew of other special interests that come here, Formula One does not care about Austin. They're a global entertainment group. They move around from city to city. That's their thing. They're not going to be here in 5 years. How are we going to pay for the track? The council, I'd like someone to answer that question. What will we do if Formula One abandons the track in 5 years? Are we just going to have to hang on to it, maintain it indefinitely for 20 or 30 years? And Formula One basically here, to put it simply, they're sacrificing the well-being of Austinites to advance their own sordid objectives. This $250 million grant is it's going to be a disastrous project, and we're not going to be able to hold any of these people accountable at all. So I highly recommend that the council vote against this in an effort to protect not only the Texas taxpayer, the Austin taxpayer, and also our real economy, rather than a propped up corporate machine that will disappear, I assure you, shortly.
Your time has expired. Okay. Carol Hadnot. Carol Hadnot is signed up against. Next speaker will be Ashley Dean. Step back.
I thought you had to answer any questions
that
are offered to the council.
Good afternoon, Councilman.